Yeah. Live from Rouge Park, this is Keeping It Real. We over here, we bringing back some old school conversations. This is the Wizard. He's talking shit with IQ the Brain, everybody know him. So yeah, anyway, let's keep the shit going up. Yeah, the Bobcat, that shit was silly as hell. That shit, that shit had me rolling. The guy had to pick it up. It started fucking up the wife out of nowhere. The wife didn't even see it. She was blindsided, so I feel for the wife.
I don't know what that was in the cage.
I don't think what it was. I think she probably stepped on it, or it probably was the dog that was trying to eat it or something.
But she had something in the cage when she was walking out, and I'm like, the Bob, it got jealous. I don't know. Will Eisenhower of a Bobcat, but jumped on her. And I'm gonna shoot this.
He said, I'm gonna shoot this fucker. He said, I'm gonna shoot that. He grabbed this, the Bobcat, and then it lunged on the shoulder.
Yeah, he grabbed it through it. But my thing is, why are you talking to it as if it understands English?
I think, because that whole situation took place like within 11 seconds. I think like he was panicking because I wouldn't even picked it up. So he was a good one to even pick it up and look at it. He was looking at it. It's a Bobcat. I would have been kicking at it.
Yeah.
I would have been kicking at it. As soon as I saw it jumping up and shit, I'd have been kicking at it or trying to find a stick and beat the goddamn shit out there.
The hot coffee would have got thrown on the Bobcat immediately.
That hot coffee.
I don't know how expensive. He had coffee that he set down in the hood.
I know. I'm saying like not the hot coffee. That's what I said. First of all, you know, the white people love their coffee and they liquor. They ain't about to throw no coffee.
That's what I'm saying. Unless they real coffee, like
unless they real bad.
Coffee.
You'll have to be like kill one of their kids. Cause this thing attacked your wife, so you should have been instantly throwing that coffee. Like I told you, I'd have been swinging at it. I wouldn't have been picked it up. I was confused with that part. Like, why would you? That's like if you get bit by a spider and instead of stepping on, you pick it up like you examining it. Examining while it's dead.
Right.
You know, it's attacking you, so attack back.
Right. So you in the middle of the melee, and now you trying to get encyclopedia-ish with it's a Bobcat. Well, does it matter?
Right, I don't care if it's an alley cat, because alley cat can fuck you up. Quiet as kept. I'm from the ghetto, so if you from the ghetto, especially the ghetto in Detroit, I'm gonna throw a lot of people in the ghetto. If you from the ghettos of Detroit, Chicago, Cleveland, Boston, New York, all the boroughs.
Atlanta, so you get chased by dogs, you don't worry about
Miami,
what dog
Dallas, Houston. If you in the ghetto, LA, if you from the ghetto, any of these spots, I'm telling you, there's somebody there who got a killer cat story from Cat in the Alley. So that Bobcat could definitely, this is his big cousin. This is like his country cousin. You know, we all got, everybody in the world got some country cousins from a different part of the world that's just tougher and more savage than you ever could be. That's what Bobcats are to alley cats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So while we get chased by a dog in the hood, we're not going to stop to turn around and determine what kind of dog it is.
I'm saying. And then most of the motherfuckers I know, especially the ones who pack, because I don't even carry, like I tell you, I don't carry guns. I carry knives and swords.
Right.
Not swords, machetes. I carry knives, switchblades.
Stuck in the Highlander age.
I'm still in that age. But most motherfuckers I know keep a pistol. So if you get to chasing a nigga, it's a good chance your dog would die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but that's why I'm like, he had it on him. After he threw it away from his wife, he just wants to unload on that boy. Not, I'm going to shoot this. Like, no.
I don't think he had it on him. I think he had to run to get the gun. That's what I think he was doing. I think he had to run to get the gun. You know
but they said it ran off later on. They told the police. They hunted it down and shot it. But it was rabid. So she got rabies possibly. I don't know if she got bit.
Well, it's a good chance. I think him too, because the thing launched on his shoulder. It was going crazy.
Right. Yeah.
It was going crazy. It probably ate something bad or, anything. You know what I'm saying? Because it launched on usually animals when they see you, because we bigger, they run unless you corner it. For him to choose violence off rip, let you know he was sick. You know, I'm saying,
he was changing the narrative.
No, shut up. Okay, here you go. Don't do that. Too soon. Speaking of change the narrative, let's talk about this white lady who was a trainer, by the way. A lot of people ain't bringing that up, but she was a trainer and
cop for 26 years.
26 fucking years a cop, and she did not know the difference between the taser and the pistol, shot that boy. And to me, it hits a little harder because he was only like a year or two older than my son. So I be thinking like, damn, that could have been my son. That's what makes you scared to me. That damn, he just.
Yeah, he was younger. He was 13.
No, I'm talking about shit. You talking about that boy? That's Mr. Toledo. No, that's that boy. I seen that video.
Oh no, yeah.
I'm talking about Deontay.
Yeah,
Dante. Yeah. Terrell about to be 18 in a minute. Shit, nigga, what? Are you serious?
Right.
Yeah, so right, and that's crazy. Like you just said, so many that we get them confused. We can't just say the cops who killed that black kid. We got to pick out which black kid. The one who had the toy gun? No. The one who had the Skittles? No. The one who
that was threatened by his career.
The one that was in his house and chilling. She thought it was her house. No, which one? You know, it's just like the story goes this wild. This to me is like, hold up. Excuse me, shit. No, hold on. This to me is just as wild as I don't know if you're hip to a show called To Catch a Predator with my boy, the legendary Chris Hansen.
They bringing it back.
Yeah, he said he bringing it back. Yeah, I fucks with him. I follow him. I'm gonna be watching it too. I love him. Everything he do. You know, he can't do no wrong with my eyes. I love his stories, how he storytell. But what I'm saying is, when I first saw that shit, it was funny and kind of crazy. Wow, these guys are so stupid. Like it was like a fucked up reality show. What crazy and scary was that there was so many guys out there that they started a whole series off this shit. That's what makes it fucked up. That it's so many situations out there that you can start a whole series or a movie or a documentary on this shit. There's so many guys getting killed. You could actually probably do a TV show, a weekly TV show that would air for 5 years if you just had a show focusing on black people getting killed, black boys getting killed, black women getting killed. Black men getting killed. You know, it's crazy. But at the same time, you know what's weirder? You know what's scarier? I'm about to take a little deeper. What's scarier is it ain't just black boys. Because I think that little boy in Chicago, Mr. Toledo, I don't remember his first name, but I know his last name was Toledo. He was not black. I think he looked like he was probably Asian or something. I'm not entirely sure. So don't get me wrong. Or Latin. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. He didn't look like, but
with Fernando Castillo in the car, he got killed in front of his wife and child.
Yeah. That's just to say the least. So it's so many, unfortunately. I think so, and I've been saying it. I ain't gonna pump up the message. So don't get me wrong. But I think next, now I ain't saying next time it happens. If it happened to you, not even the next time. If it happens to you, because saying next time like you planned it. Let's hope it don't be a next time. But if it happens to you, I say shoot back. It's, that's what's getting. That's what it's getting to. That's what it's getting to. It's not even about me inciting a riot or talking violence. It's about that's what it's getting to. Like if I'm out there, my kids, especially for my family, the few men who's killed in front of their families, I'll be trying to die. Die trying. And like I'd be like that captain who just got maced and humiliated on camera by a cop. But I would have been like that captain who point blank said to the cop, I'm scared right now. So at that point when you're scared, that's going to be my reason, because I'm genuinely scared to get pulled over. But the thing about at the same time, I tell everybody, pull that shit in Detroit. Because we are one of the few places that haven't had that problem ever. I mean, we had a cop get, I ain't say ever because you remember Miles Green was a thing. We had a kid get killed last year, but this little nigga ran up on the cops with a 2-2 and tried to have a shootout. I don't know what movie he thought he was in, so they tried to have a little protest, but it was like, you can't even stand behind this situation.
You talking like at the corner of Woodward and 7 Mile?
No, I think this was like on 6 Mile somewhere. And the boy, I think the guy got chased down. The police stopped him. I guess he knew the guy. He tried to walk up on the police with what you doing. It's my brother. And the police like, go away. And he pulled out his gun as if it was a game. I don't know what was on his mind when he did that part of it. And then his brother came on TV like the next day. He was kind of retarded. And he was on something, the police killed my brother. Y'all know damn well. And I'm like, why they put him out as the spokesman for the family? Why was he the one picked? Like when they was having that meeting of, okay, the news is here. Somebody got to talk. Why did they send down him? I still got the attitude when I think about it. But yeah, it was a whole thing. It was crazy. And they was trying to start a little Black Lives Matter and people was gathering up. But then you start getting the details. It was like, what the...
Oh no, they released the tape. They said they was like, we were going to release tape later on to show that it was a justified shooting.
There's no tape that could justify anything. I'm sorry, I want to see... I mean, there's no tape. That's crazy. That's like saying I got this piece of paper that's justifying the rape. Like I raped a little girl and... No, read this paper. This is justifying why I raped her. No. Paper.
Well, that was the case back in 2016 where it was a black woman. She was off her meds.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember what town it was. It was here in Michigan. And she tried to roll over some police officers.
Oh,
that's... They put out the gun and, They shot her.
That's also an element too that people don't talk about. Mental illness is real. I just watched this documentary not too long ago on Hulu about this lady who fucked around in Brooklyn. She from Brooklyn or some shit. Fucked around, got on the freeway and started driving up the wrong side. And they were trying to say it was her medicine, but the police were saying she was drunk. And she always drank. And she was, and her family been trying to like clear her name. Like, we ain't said she, because she killed the family. She killed herself and killed the family. I think she like fucked up like 4 or 5 people in her car. And the family and other people are like saying this bitch was drunk driving down the street, but her family's trying to clear her name. Like, no, she wasn't drunk. We think it was something else. And the story is like they coming up with evidence and shit, and the stories is getting so out of hand. It's like, oh my god. But that's the thing. It's like, was the bitch low key crazy this whole time? Y'all didn't know it? Was she drunk? They say they found the bottle of vodka or something. It was crazy. This is a whole story. I forgot the name of it. It's on Hulu. Somebody saw it before.
I
Shit.
saw a video on TMZ Live. She just sitting there in the car. She has people walking by. You ready to die today? Handgun. Shot off you. She never shot anybody. They were like, yeah, she had a Michael Douglas falling down moment, or
you know what? I think, speaking of Michael Douglas falling down, that should have been the moment we as black people should have known white America was crazy, because they tried to convince us that him, alongside, may I mention, Al Bundy, were heroes, when that nigga low key was the bad guy in the whole movie. Nigga, you can't just go around getting mad and killing people and fucking with people because your day.
Because they serve breakfast at McDonald's.
Yeah, you can't just pull some shit like that. That was crazy. The movie ended the way it was supposed to end. Shit, because that was so crazy. He wasn't the hero, but they were trying to pep it up like, you know, sometimes you have a bad day. And, nigga, this is mental illness unfolding itself, and you back to entertaining. That shit is real.
Chris Rock said that about the trench coat mafia.
Nigga, I know.
With his white kids, they went to, well, nobody would be our friends, okay?
They said on the news that the motherfucker, somebody was saying that on the news, some reporter was saying, calling that guy Toledo a 13-year-old man, while at the same time that a reporter on that same network a few months ago called that man who killed those 2 people, and they was like marching, and they let some people come down. It was crazy. They was marching, and let's say for example, they was marching in Ohio, and some people from Wisconsin said, we about to drive to Ohio and stop the march, and they came down there with their own rifles, and the police was
like, the 17-year-old that shot those 2 people?
Yes, I can't think of where they was at. What's the boy name? I'm like a lost for words for names today. Like, I don't know nobody.
That might have been in Colorado.
Was it Colorado? Yeah, it was like that, and they was giving him water and shit, and they was describing him as a boy trying to fight. A lot of reporters was on his side, like, defending him. And it was like, are you serious? Right. Are you serious? But it's people out here now calling that 13-year-old a 13-year-old man, like trying to justify his death.
But yeah, you can't shoot at a crowd of people trying to rush the Capitol.
There's all types of examples. We can take it way back to the 1800s if you want to go off examples. We can make a whole story, a whole series of us talking about examples of the bipartisan, the 2 countries, as Martin Luther King called it, the 2 Americas. It's a real thing. Right. So, and in fact, at some levels, it's 4 Americas. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a rich and a poor America too. You ever been in a situation where you are just a piece of paper away from getting some shit done? Like, you find out that they telling you, like, if you have 10,000, you can do this. But then they tell you, but if you get this waiver or this voucher or this piece of paper from this company, you like, so it's that simple? So if it's that simple, I mean, you can sign this paper and give it to me. Why are you making me go through all this shit? Oh, this is just our policy, our way. Or if I just pay you right now, I mean, you gotta pay us $10,000. You just said it was free if I give you a piece of paper. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, that's a different America. Or when you go, you go somewhere, you can't get a job for whatever reason, you don't know. You just can't get the job, but you qualify for it. You know what I'm saying? That's a different America. So the 2 different economic systems. So it's different Americas out here, but there's definitely 2 of them.
Yeah.
At least.
Different rules. Different world, different types of...
Why the fuck would a police dog die? They use government money to have a funeral for a dog. Well, if the police horse died, they just tear it up and get rid of it. if you're a police person, there's one woman, she just fought for her benefits after 13 years because she stopped some police brutality. In fact, they made a law now in her city that if you see police brutality, if you don't do anything to intervene, you will get arrested.
Oh, no, I was just about to bring her up. The sister, I heard about it.
Sister,
in Buffalo.
she said
Carrie
she
L. Horn.
Carrie L. Say her name.